All right. Good afternoon. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I am with you until probably about 5 o'clock. Again, I look ashy today, but I'm not ashy. Um, I'm just fine. I left the power cord for the A10 Mini. I left that at the church this week. So I have to go straight out of the camera, which doesn't give me the options to mess with the color. So forgive me, but I'm gonna try to run over to the church and get the cord tomorrow. So hopefully before the show starts tomorrow, I'll be fine. Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to the show. Oh, let's see. Let's get my hellos out of the way. I say get it out of the way like it's annoying or something. It's not annoying. I like it. It's my way of connecting with y'all. So let's get the hellos done. Shoot. Hold on a second. Hold on. I feel like. Hold on. Hold on. Uh, 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 uh. I feel like it's out of focus. I think that's the best I can do. All right. Robert Willis in the house. Good afternoon, Robert. Got Lewis Talbert in the house representing Sharonville. Good afternoon. Nate's the first one on Facebook. I'll give you the first one from Facebook. So Nate in the house. Good afternoon. Erica representing Reading. Good afternoon. And Blade rounding out the top 5. All right. Well, good afternoon, Blade. Got DeAndre Crosby. Thought he was first. Said never mind. Nick Brown in the house representing Blue Ash. Good afternoon. Drea representing Sycamore Township. Good afternoon. Where's the timer? I lost the timer. I had to build another timer. I'll have one tomorrow. Meyer says we don't get no intro music. It's y'all don't understand. The system been giving me the blues, and I think I have to. I think I know what I have to do. I just don't want to do what I have to do. But yeah, the system been giving me the blues. Dwayne Larkin representing Mount Airy. Good afternoon. Sea Breeze, happy Wednesday. Why y'all hated on the timer and now y'all missed the timer. Y'all so fickle. Dwayne Larkin again representing Mount Airy. Seabree says she's representing Cincinnati today. All right, checking in from Cincinnati. Mayo says I like the color of the wording on your sweatshirt. Yeah, this is my it's the awareness logo. I feel like I have to. It's straight. I just don't have my thing straight. This is the awareness logo, and yeah, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. In case you didn't know. Now, I'm not telling anybody to get anything done, get checked or anything like that. I do want everybody to be safe. I want all of the ladies to, do whatever it is you need to do to be safe. And I want all of the men to do everything that you need to do to be safe. A lot of people don't know men get breast cancer. People don't even think about it. I mentioned that to somebody earlier in the week, and they were like, whatever, men don't get no breast cancer. Yes, they do. So, yeah, get yourself checked. Be safe. I said I wasn't going to tell nobody to get checked, but I want people to get checked. And Seabree says, wait, you get swag, but we don't? Here's what I'll do. If you want one of these hoodies, I also got the t-shirt. I got the t-shirt on. So I got the t-shirt too. If you want the hoodie, if you want the t-shirt, you can buy one. you can buy one. I haven't settled on a price yet. Because what I want to do is I want to, if anyone does want to buy one, if you want to buy one, shoot me a message. Just hit me with a message. You can send it to my email, EmanuelLivingston@yahoo.com. Or you could just send me a message on Facebook or whatever, and I'll make you one and I'll send it to you. Of course, you have to pay for it. But any profit, I'm looking for an organization, which is why I haven't really mentioned it. I'm looking for an organization in Cincinnati who helps breast cancer, but who really focuses on black women. I know that sounded complicated. I need a breast cancer organization that focuses on black women. And I want to donate all of the profits from any sales to them. Hopefully by Monday, I'll have it much more organized and everything. But if you really do want one, send me an email, EmanuelLivingston@yahoo.com, or just send a message on Facebook, not in the chat, but send an actual message, and I'll get in touch with you, and then we can, we'll make it happen. And every penny of profit, and the shirt itself costs some money, so I'm not gonna lose money to do it. But every penny of profit, and really for me, I'm not even the ink, the time, I'm not any of that kind of stuff, the screens and all that stuff. Whatever I end up selling them for, minus the cost of the shirts, either t-shirt or a hoodie, I will give it to a breast cancer awareness charity that that focuses specifically on black women. What's the estimated cost? I'm probably thinking about $40. And that's cheap. Y'all don't understand, that's cheap. But I'm probably thinking like $40. It's a nice quality hoodie. It's a nice quality hoodie. And that's kind of cheap. So if you're interested, send me a message. But that was not what the show was about. So what's going on today? Did I get all of the hellos in? I don't think I got them all in. Hold on, let me go back, see where I finished. Okay. Regina Denson Griffin says, good afternoon. She's representing 275. Can't beat that. Maria Smith representing North College Hill. Can't beat that. Nate says, I must be blocked by a whole bunch of MFs. Me too. I don't even know why. I got blocked by somebody. I want to say it was Monday. They posted something and it said, like Facebook said that it was misinformation. And they do that thing where you can't see the post. They put up the thing that says this is misinformation and you got to click it to get your dose of misinformation. And I said to the person, because I hadn't looked at it, I said, what misinformation are they saying that you're putting out? I got blocked. I didn't even get to see the misinformation. I like a good piece of misinformation every once in a while. So yeah, I'm blocked by so many people, it ain't even funny. Andrea Bustle representing downtown, good afternoon. Melissa Lovett representing Blue Ash, good afternoon. Got Brent Beard in the house representing Dallas, Texas. Pamela representing North College Hill, good afternoon. Myosha says, I got my mammogram this month. I always get these things checked every year. They use like an industrial strength mammogram machine for you, don't they? Let me see. Nate says, I'm not getting my nipple squeezed by no machine. I'm telling you, men get breast cancer. I'm telling you. I'm just telling you. Daryl said, what up? And yes, men can get breast cancer. That's right. Tanika in the house representing Orlando, Florida. Good afternoon. LaDonna Howard representing East Price Hill. Good afternoon. Nate says, I want one. Hit me up. Fame says, listening for about 90 minutes in Mariemont. Where's it? Marymont. Mariemont. Whatever. Fame out there. Good afternoon. Thank you for checking out the show. Regina says she want one again. Hit me up. Brent says, what kind of old timer still has a Yahoo email address? I got a few Gmails. I got a few Yahoos. And, but that's the one that's easiest because it's just my first name and last name. Emanuel Livingston. Emanuel Livingston. Everything is backwards when I'm looking at it on the screen. So I'm trying to, Emanuel Livingston, spelled one M. Emanuel Livingston at yahoo.com. Babe say he with his snow bunny. Shame on you. Steban Speed representing Westwood. Good afternoon. We got Carolyn Smith. Good afternoon. Tanika says, will you have a ladies fit version of what? I can do, it's like a little, it's not cropped, but it's a ladies hoodie. And of course I can get ladies tees as well. Send me a message. I'll communicate with you. We'll figure out exactly what you want and we'll make it happen. And again, the profits is going to go to a breast cancer organization that kind of focuses on black women. I don't know of any here locally, but I'm sure they exist. Crystal, good afternoon, representing the Christ Hospital. Darren Edwards, representing Madisonville, good afternoon. I'm going to need that 1990s HBCU hoodie price. Yeah, I would lose money. Trying to sell them for $15. Like, legit, I would lose money. Daryl says, get those screening, ladies. Cancer treatments aren't cheap. Trust me, I know. My wife beat breast cancer. My wife's breast cancer treatment was well over $120,000. And thank God that my health insurance paid for it all. But some people aren't as fortunate. That's right. Jerica says, hola, mi familia. Hola to you too, Jerica. Nat Turner, representing Madville. Good afternoon. Yes, we are living in the post-factual era. And, yeah, I didn't even get to see the misinformation. I just wanted to see the misinformation. Let me see. I got blocked. Myosha says, that was so incredibly mean. I never say anything mean. Have you done a wellness check on the Twitch person lately? Hold on, let me see. Are they watching? Yeah, the Twitch person is there. Hello, Twitch person. Shahara says, afternoon, happy hump day. She's present, representing Mason. All right. LaDonna says, I have AOL. Mrs. Livingston has a Hotmail. She has a Hotmail email. Fame says, I know a male that had breast cancer. S was literally humorous until we found out he wasn't lying. Yeah. Twin in the house. Twin says, hey, little man, I see you back. Where's Shelly? I want to see her Facebook page. Hope she don't sabotage the show today. You trying to get with Shelly now? You'll hit anything. You'll hit anything. I ain't seen Shelly. Shelly might be fine as hell, but you'll hit anything. Twin says, I'm repping your favorite inflation store, Finneytown Kroger's. All right. Let me see. Your t-shirts. I like my tees to fit around my waist and not be loose. Okay. We can, again, shoot me an email or a message on Facebook. Al Johnson representing Middletown. Did I really type bread cancer? You did. Bread cancer sounds horrible. Sean Nutter, good afternoon. Victoria Smith, good afternoon. And Maya says Richard Roundtree had breast cancer. Yeah, it really does exist for men. Everybody, if you can, Get yourself checked out. Get yourself checked out. Let me sit up so that people can see me. And Jeannie Mulholland, happy hump day to you too. Jason, good afternoon. Jason's representing Kentucky. So, Jeannie, I just came on like somewhere it should tell me how long I've been on. There's a counter somewhere, but I don't see it. That's terrible. Oh, let me get the phones up. I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't have the phones up. All right, updating the app. Hold on a second. And there you go. Phones should be up and ready to go. So you can give me a call, 513-717-KING. That's 513-717-5464. All right. Apparently, there's a 15-year-old out here who, stole a car, stole an SUV, killed somebody. That's terrible. That's terrible. Also, apparently, because y'all know people think white people don't commit crimes. 18-year-old man's arrested after police said he beat a 74-year-old family member to death in Erlanger. His name is Wyatt Testerman. They got a picture of him. He looks pretty white. According to Erlanger police, it happened in the 100 block of Ridgewood Drive near Narrows Drive around 2 p.m. on Tuesday. Police said Wyatt Testerman assaulted 74-year-old Sherry Oliver, resulting in serious injuries to her head. Oliver was treated at the scene by paramedics, transported to the UC Medical Center, where she died. Police said Testerman and Oliver are family members, but did not confirm how they were related. Sources says that the victim was the man's grandmother. He beat his grandmother to death. Allegedly. So, that's a thing. Let's see. Albert says, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Albert. Crystal says, why do cops keep doing these car chases? Innocent people die so they can catch the suspect. I don't like it. Okay, I understand kind of the frustration about it. I do. But I also understand doing the car chase. I understand if this person is a danger to society, you don't want them to just get away. So I get it. I guess I understand both sides of the issue. If it ain't that big of a deal, go ahead and let them get away. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, you got the license plate number and you can figure out who was driving. That's not always the case, though. It's not always the case. Jeannie says most people die when they are transported to UC hospital. I don't know about that. I think a lot of people are in like really, really serious condition get transported to UC hospital because, and I'm not a medical person at all, but what I've heard is is it trauma unit or whatever? They're apparently the best place to go in a lot of really horrible situations. Apparently they're the best place to go in a lot of really horrible situations. Nat says, LW tried to say local news leads with crime in black communities because they commit the crimes. But his own Crime Stopper report makes sure that they report on white crime also, so local news could do the same. That dude has no clue sometimes. The only reason that the local report does the white criminal, black criminal, you can thank Ken Anderson for that. Ken Anderson, that was a pet peeve of his, and he was filling in for Lincoln Ware one day, and the Crime Stopper report guy called in. At the time, it was Officer Meadows, I think, and Ken was like, "Why you don't ever put any white criminals on?" And they got into a little bit of an argument about it, and so they said, well, we'll do one of each. How about that? And Kim was like, well, that'd be better than nothing, and so on and so forth. It got a little heated, and so since then, they do one of each. Now, a lot of people don't know this. Lincoln Ware didn't want them to do one of each. Lincoln Ware wanted it to just be black criminals. He was really very much against them doing one of each. That idea had been brought up a number of times, and his thing was, white people ain't listening. We're mainly a black station, and so we need to know the black criminals so that the black people can get the black criminals off the street. We don't need to hear nothing about no white criminals. But Ken Anderson, I know, it's crazy. See, y'all be thinking, like, because in recent times, his whole perspective has seemingly magically shifted. But there was a time when Ken Anderson was more, if you want to say, progressive than Lincoln Ware about so many things. And Ken Anderson ain't changed. Ken Anderson ain't changed. So yeah, Ken was the one who said that. The host, Lincoln Ware, fought against it, but Ken had that argument with Officer Meadows, and that's what happened. That's how you hear one of each. But yeah, no, he was 100% against putting out that there were white criminals. Okay, that wasn't why he didn't want to do it, I think. But, yeah. Wait, did Ken Anderson was the one who said, if you're going to put black criminals on this black station for Crime Stoppers, you should put white criminals. Because you kind of putting it out there and making people believe that the only people committing crime are black people. So he said, if you're going to do one, you should do the other. Maybe do a black one day, do a white one the next day. And yeah, that's the way it all happened. That's the way it all came down. Hold on just a second. All right, sorry about that. Had the dehumidifier was kind of loud. I don't know why, it was distracting me. But okay, there we go. Hold on, I saw we had a celebrity in the house. Raven Monday said, I need a afternoon experiment hoodie, please. You would get your ass beat if you go into work with an afternoon experiment hoodie on. I'm saying no to you specifically for your own health and safety. You would literally get your ass beat if you walked into work wearing an afternoon experiment hoodie. So for your safety, I'm saying no. No, really, if you want one, you can call me, text me. We'll figure it out, and all of the profits will go to a cancer organization. Oh, let's see. Right? Because I'm wearing it to work. I'll tell you, you're going to get your ass beat. I am not responsible. I am not responsible for whatever happens to you if you wear an afternoon experiment hoodie to work. It's not funny. Just thinking about what might happen. It's not funny. Okay, but yeah, so you had the 15-year-old commit a crime. You had the 18-year-old commit a crime. Both ended in someone's death. And again, people commit crimes. I listened to 30 minutes of, well, really probably about 29 minutes of the Lincoln Ware Show today. And the last caller I heard frustrated me so. So I got to talk about something that I heard on Lincoln's show. I have to talk about something that I heard on Wyatt's show. Y'all know I don't get a chance to listen to Lincoln Ware, except on days when I go into work late. And usually when I go in late, I show up at 10:30, so I get to listen to the first 30 minutes of the show as I'm driving to work. And there was a lady who was, I'm trying to think of how to say it, because I don't want to be mean. I told y'all, this year, or moving forward, I'm trying to be, like, really positive. I'm trying to be really positive. Everything I say, everything I do, I want it to be positive and encouraging. Everything. I've not been 100% successful, but that is the goal. That is the goal. And I heard this lady telling Lincoln Ware that she's been watching YouTube lately and that the videos she's seeing are live. And if you see something live, they have to be telling the truth. She said that. If you're watching something and it's live, it's got to be the truth, right? And I heard that lady say that. I know I'm not like missing. She said that, and I was so frustrated. Like, oh my goodness, it gets so frustrating that people are looking for people to tell them what to think. And I would prefer if it's easy to tell you what to think. It's more difficult to get you to understand how to process information. That's more difficult. I can tell you what to think, but I want you to begin to look at things and process them. You need to be able to, just because it's live don't mean that. And she actually said, just like when you watch the news, it's live, and this ain't a direct quote, but if you watch the news, it's live, and so you know that everything that they say on there is true. And I'm like, no, everything they say on the news is not true just because it's live. And I get so frustrated because she just said it out loud. But there are a whole lot of people who see something, therefore they believe it. It's gotta be true. I saw it. It's a joke that me and Mrs. Livingston, I always, anytime I see something on TV, and she'd be like, that's a lie. And I'd be like, they wouldn't say it on TV if it wasn't true. It's a little joke that I say it all the time. I say it to her all the time, and sometimes she get frustrated with me because she know that I know that that's not true. She, why are you saying that? You know that's not true, but everything you see that's live is not true. Jeans said, Emanuel Livingston, so this live podcast you doing not true. And again, I'm going to teach people how to think. It could be true. It could be not true. I could say things that are true. I could also give you some misinformation or disinformation, just flat out lie. You got to be able to listen. Yes, even to me. I try to just give, either if I'm giving you some information, I try to do my best to make sure that the information is true that I'm giving you. Like, even if I'm reading you a story and I'll tell you, this is what they're reporting. That means I'm not saying that it's true. But you can best bet that that's being reported. Now, you need to look into it to figure out if it's true or if it's not true. Otherwise, I'm just going to give you my thoughts, my opinions, how I process information and the conclusions that I come to, which are usually right. I think I've been wrong now if I count them 8 times. 8 times. Over 54 years, that is a good record. That's a good record. So, yeah, I need people. And again, it's not just that lady. I don't know who she was. Somebody called her Jane Pittman. I don't know who she was. But I need people to think. Y'all know that's always been my thing. Just think. Think. And that don't sound like thinking. That don't sound like thinking. So that was what I heard on the Lincoln Ware show that frustrated me. And I was listening to Wyatt, and I heard a few things that frustrated me. That whole call with old goofy ass drop squad 52. And, his thought process, he tried to think. I think he's just doing it wrong. He's just doing it wrong. Some people try, and they're not really successful. So I think, he's doing it wrong. And, look, with everything going on, all the natural weather phenomena, ain't that the plural of phenomenon? It's phenomena. I think it is. I'm not sure, though. But with all of the natural weather things going on, how are people turning this into politics? This is natural disasters, right? And it's crazy to me because, look, people's positions shift depending on how it benefits them being able to say I was right sometimes. Because one minute, we shouldn't be looking to the government to help us. You should do everything on your own. Government ain't there to help you. The government ain't there to this. The government ain't there to that. And then the next minute, why ain't the government doing this? And why ain't the government doing that? I'm not sure you can have it both ways. Fame.
What's up, Lou?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm outstanding. Pleasure per usual.
Okay, you're breaking up.
I'm again.
You are breaking up.
Let me call you back. Hold on.
Okay. He has issues with his area. And I do have to say, there are certain areas where you're driving and cold rain. For me, when I'm passing Union, if I'm on 75 and I'm near the Union Center, just north of the Union Center Boulevard exit, always cut off. Always cut off. There's another place too. I can't think of where it is. Down there, Reading, at the split on Reading, on 75 South, when I get near Reading, always cuts off. So, it happens. It happens. Jeannie says, it's age-old, Emanuel. The whole Democrat versus Republican issue is sickening. People make every aspect of life about politics. Some people believe that to be the case. Some people believe that. I kind of believe it. I believe politics touches every aspect of life just about. But I don't understand how, again, one minute the government is not responsible for helping you. The government is not responsible for doing things for you. You're responsible for yourself. Everything that you are, everything that you will be, everything is because of you. Stop looking to the government to help you. That's not the government's job. Oh, the government didn't help some people. What is the government doing? That's their job. It's to help people. What? Is it their job? Is it not their job? And how are immigrants getting blamed for a hurricane? I really want some people to just listen to themselves. Just listen to yourself. Donald Trump talked about basically deporting Haitian immigrants in Springfield who are here legally. And remember when everybody was anti-immigrant? Well, I remember when. A lot of them still are. Everybody was so anti-immigrant. And I was like, why are y'all anti-immigrant? And, you know, when you call people out on stuff, they have to shift to not seem like they're as whatever, you know, hateful or whatever it is that they are. So they have to shift their position. So it was immigrants are bad. Immigrants are bad. We need to get rid of all the immigrants. Da, 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 da. And, oh, y'all hate no immigrants. Well, no, I don't hate immigrants. I don't like the ones who come here illegally. If they came here, if they're here legally, then I'm all for them. I'm all for them. I don't like the ones that got here illegally. Okay, well, they're here legally. Well, they're eating cats and dogs. And, well, they need to be deported. And, I think the people who are anti-immigrant are anti-immigrant. And like most people, I will use them if I can use them. If it benefits me to use you, I'll use you. If it don't benefit me to use you, you need to get out. You need to get out. I was listening to, I don't know if it was J.D. Vance, but they were talking about we got to figure out a way. We got to figure out a way to, you know, because these immigrants are driving down wages. They're driving down wages. We got to figure out a way to get these immigrants. Tell your big business people and your small business people, stop paying immigrants less money. That's when you set a standard. That's kind of what like the minimum wage is supposed to be and all of that kind of stuff. Set a standard. You can't pay nobody below this. But who's responsible for that? How do you blame the immigrants for people taking advantage of the immigrants and paying them less than they're supposed to pay them? The immigrants aren't driving the wages down. The companies who are paying the immigrants less are driving the wages down. But people are, no, it's business. It's business. It's bad business. It's bad business. But that's why there should be some minimum standard. There should be some minimum standard. People are against minimum wage. They're against minimum wage, or at least a livable minimum wage. Myosha says the main ones screaming about deporting millions of people out of this country are going to be in a world of trouble if they do leave. And Janet says the same one opposing immigrants are second and third generation immigrants themselves. Go figure. See, Bree says a lot of this anti-immigrant talk is very bigoted and xenophobic, but they don't even see it that way. They don't see it that way. And again, you know, I listen to the other shows. And I just don't understand how it's so beneficial to be anti-immigrant. I don't get it. I don't get it. I get so frustrated just listening to it. I do. I get frustrated listening to it. And I just 513-717-KING. 513-717-5464. A few of y'all have said, I'll be happy when this election is over. I don't know if I'll be happy or not. Depends on how the election turns out. I mean, I'm going to be okay either way. Even if Trump tries to turn it into a dictatorship. And no, I'm not leaving. No, I'm not leaving. Who said they were leaving if Trump wins? I'm not leaving. I'm not going anywhere. We'll fight his attempt to turn it into a dictatorship. And I was talking to a guy who you would think, otherwise a smart guy. And he's like, well, he didn't turn it in. He was the president before. He didn't turn it into a dictatorship. Dude, he tried. I don't understand how he tried to overturn an election that he lost. He lost an election, and he tried to use the people to, by violence, overturn or create a situation where it was not possible to certify the election results so he could hold on to power. That's some, whatever they say, that's some third world shit. And okay, he failed. The guardrails held. But I heard somebody say, and it made perfect sense. If you give somebody keys to a car and they try to run it off of a cliff, but they hit the guardrail and the guardrail holds up and the car doesn't go off the cliff, you don't give them keys to the car the next time. Well, the guardrail's held, so here are the keys to the car again. Have fun. Don't y'all know that since that man left office, they've been doing their very best to put everything in place so that the guardrails don't hold the next time. Twin says, that's BS. That's not being a dictator. Putin is a dictator. Hitler was a dictator. Well, I'm not even going to talk about the fact that somehow he's friends with Putin. And I imagine if Hitler was alive today, he'd be friends with Hitler too. But that is the beginnings of a dictatorship, bro. We had an election. You lost. You didn't like losing. You don't want to leave office. So you use every tactic that you can to stay in power illegally. If those people would have been able to stop the certification of the election, that would be the end of elections. That would be it. There's your dictatorship. If they were able to send fake electors, and the fake electors were able to manipulate the vote so that the person who won didn't win, that's basically the end of elections. What are you talking about? And then once we can't have no more elections, or we don't honor the results of elections anymore, you got one person in power. And they leave when they say they leave, if they ever say that they leave. What are you talking about, twin? Jack says, people so positive on this voting tip, but then say they don't sing the Pledge of Allegiance is crazy. What's crazy about that? That's freedom, bro. That's freedom. Now, I don't stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I've sang the Pledge of Allegiance. Or, no. I don't stand for, I don't sing, I don't think you sing the Pledge of Allegiance. You're talking about singing the national anthem. I've sang the national anthem. I don't stand for the national anthem most times, and I don't say the Pledge of Allegiance. But you can still appreciate where you are and understand that we do have freedoms without pledging your allegiance to a flag. But trust me. Oh, Fame calling back. Fame.
Yeah, this thing better.
No, really sounds the same.
I don't know what's going on. I'm on the river almost. Is it choppy?
Yes.
Oh, damn. I'll take care. Never mind. I'll just call you tomorrow.
All right. I'm not saying Fame, but some people don't believe you when you tell them that. When you tell them, like, your phone is bad. And my phone ain't bad. You just don't want to talk to me. I'd be like, go back and listen. Go back and listen to the call, and you'll see what it sounds like. People don't believe that their phone is, because they don't hear it. Like, I'm talking, and it don't sound choppy to me, but that's not the way phones work. And I'm not saying Fame did that. Jack says, so why get mad at trolls? I'm not sure what you mean by that. I'm not sure what you mean by that. And let me say this. There's been so much stuff that happened. Y'all know I was off Monday, Tuesday, and I heard some stuff. Let me say this. I think immigrants should get help. I'm not against immigrants getting help from the government. I would like to think that if I, for whatever reason, had to leave the United States because it was so bad and walk up to Canada in the freezing cold, y'all know I hate cold, in the freezing cold, get to Canada and say, look, I need asylum. I'd like to think they wouldn't just be like, get your ass back over there. Deal with whatever it is that's going on. They'd be like, okay, let's discuss whether or not you need some asylum. And in the meantime, here's a place to live. Here's some shelter. Here's some food. Here's some water. That sounds like the least of the, you know what I'm saying? And people are mad because the United States is saying to people, here is some shelter, here is some food, here is some water. Here are some essentials that we know you're going to need. And, you know, maybe you can even go get a job to support yourself. For the life of me, I don't understand why that's the most horrible thing in the world. I don't get it. I don't have a problem with it. Now, here's what, because, you know, a few things, as they say, can be true at the same time. A few things can be true at the same time. I would love for, Jack, you kind of teeing me up there. And that's no diddy, even if there's a way that there could be. We have a homeless problem in America. We do have a homeless problem in America. And I think a lot of those people can get help. I think a lot of them don't necessarily either seek help or want help, but I'm sure some of them do. But I don't blame immigrants for that. Let's stop sending money, let's say, to Israel. Don't send any money to Israel. Take that money and help the homeless people here. But nobody want to do that, right? Nobody want to do that. We got to help Israel. Stop sending money to Ukraine. Stop sending foreign aid anywhere and take care of the people here. But you just want hordes of immigrants, homeless, starving to death, and then they have to resort to some sort of crime. You know what I'm saying? You got to steal an apple to eat. That's what we want? Somehow that's what you want. That sounds unreasonable to me. But you still don't blame immigrants for needing help. That's not the way to do it. Y'all run around here hating immigrants. I know y'all only hate the ones who are here illegally or the ones who are here legally that you don't want here. Okay, I get it. Or the ones that you can't use. The ones that you can't use. The ones that you can't underpay for a job. If I can underpay you for a job, you all right with me. Oh, I didn't mean to do the fireworks. If I can underpay you for a job, you all right with me. Well, those immigrants are running people out of jobs because we so greedy. We want to underpay them for the job so that we don't have to pay the American worker to do the same job. And then I heard, I think this was when Drop Squad 52 was talking. And they were basically saying, somehow this was Democrats' fault or it wasn't Democrats' fault. And, you know, people blame Trump when COVID was going on. And why was people blaming Trump? But ain't nobody blaming Biden, you know, and so on and so forth. I would be blaming Biden. Y'all remember COVID, right? And Donald Trump told so many lies and did so much misleading. See, it's not that he caused COVID. And he didn't necessarily he didn't kill people. But he kind of created a situation where people didn't take it as serious as they should have, which I'm sure led to a lot of deaths. Remember? It's gonna, as soon as it get warm, it's just gonna magically disappear. Who said that? Who said that? It wasn't the so-called experts. It was the person talking to a large swath of the country, convincing them that it wasn't that bad. Now, if Joe Biden came out and Joe Biden said, hey, look, I know a hurricane, but the water be dried up in about a half hour. And then people believed him, like, hey, the water gonna be dried up in a half hour. Then you'll be like, man, he's responsible for that stuff. Because he's leading people astray. He should be telling people, evacuate, take shelter, do this. If he was telling the people, don't worry about it. It ain't that big of a deal. It's just a hurricane. It's going to come, it's going to hit, and then the water be dried up in a half hour. Then I would say blame Joe. Blame Joe for them people who stayed and died. He sent out a wrong message. Clearly, he's not going to do that because, he's trying to be responsible. But somebody said, as soon as it gets warm, it's going away. Leading people to believe it wasn't that serious. And that's terrible. And so, yes, you take some responsibility. Ron.
So, what does...
Ron, hold on. Stop. Can we exchange pleasantries before you start cussing me out? How you doing? Everything going good with you? Or at least manageable?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, great.
All right, go ahead.
Now, what do we blame the Biden administration for? Do we blame them for the immigration situation that we in now?
Well, I have to ask a question to answer that.
No.
Yeah. I have to ask a question to answer it. I want to answer it, but I want to ask a question first. Hold on.
I want you to answer it.
I want to ask a question first. I got to ask a question first. And I promise I'll answer it. All right.
But wait a minute.
Hold on. You asked, do we blame the Biden administration for the immigration issue? And my question is, did the Biden administration start the immigration issue?
The Biden administration started the immigration issue when they took all of the border policies that were holding out when they got in office. The first day.
Well, that's not true. That's not true.
That's
not true.
Yes, that was the start of the influx of immigrants.
It's not true.
It's not true. If you want to be dishonest,
you're being dishonest. You're either dishonest or misinformed.
If you want to be, because see, you don't want to accept. So the present immigration situation that we have. 300, and we, mind you, it was 90,000 kids. Remember that. But they had to bump it up to 300. Over 300,000 kids missing.
So 90,000 is cool. 90,000 is good, right?
No. Oh, it was 90. No, it was 90 million. I'm sorry.
Okay, 90 million is good.
Million.
90 million is good, right?
No. It was never acceptable. But
right.
They bumped it up.
Exactly.
From 90 million to 300 million. But it wasn't acceptable when it was 90 million.
So then it was. A problem, right?
Whoa! Hold on. You didn't say shit when it was 90 million. And
who did?
Damn sure enough.
I'm not saying anything now.
And no, wait a minute. Just hold on.
I'm holding.
And nobody's saying nothing about it being 300 million children missing. And that's incredible. So, but wait. That wasn't the Biden administration's fault, right?
Right. It's.
Oh, fuck no. Okay.
You don't like the answer.
It was Trump's fault for keeping them in case. See, you can't have it both ways.
Wait, hold on.
Like you said.
Now, again, you're talking about two different things. You're talking about two different things. Ron, you're talking about two different things.
No.
Yes.
You definitely, first of all, you didn't let me finish.
Okay.
You didn't answer my question.
I did.
And you
didn't like the answer, but I did answer.
You wait a minute. And you totally answering it. You bringing forth falsehood. Basically,
what falsehood did I bring forth?
It ain't nothing wrong. It ain't nothing wrong. And that's what you do all the time.
Wait, what falsehood? What falsehood did I bring forth?
What the Biden administration is doing. It wasn't nothing wrong with them letting over 300. What is it?
I don't know. Whatever number you want to make up.
30 million people over here illegally. 250 or some sort of ridiculous number, gotaways. You know, it's ridiculous that you won't accept the fact of what the Biden administration has done to this country.
Dude,
And right now,
can I retort?
Wait, I'm talking right now.
Oh my
Right
goodness.
now,
This is not how a normal conversation goes, just so you know.
Wire show yesterday that Kamala Harris tweeted out that they're going to dedicate $100 million to the roadside repair for North Carolina roads, but 157 million to the Lebanese government. Man, it's a trip that, you know, like you said, you're gonna be all right. I'm gonna be all right. But it's a trip that y'all people don't think about the poor. You sat there and said that the majority of the children, and the 5,000, the majority of the 5,000 children in Cincinnati that are homeless going to school, the majority of them want to be homeless. That's what you just said.
That's not true.
That's what you just said.
You just made something up.
Wait. No. Wait. You just said.
No, I didn't.
Wait. If you didn't say that exact thing, you said something equivalent of it.
No, I didn't.
I can't.
I didn't.
Okay, I can't remember. But you disregarded the homeless in the city of Cincinnati.
No, I didn't.
Because if you disregard the homeless in everywhere else,
I didn't disregard a single homeless person.
If you disregard homeless,
I didn't.
Everywhere else,
that's just it. I didn't.
Disregard homeless in Cincinnati.
But that's just it. I didn't disregard anyone.
So no, you know, and it's a trip.
I
because
didn't.
Those people.
You're making stuff
taken
up.
Care of first. I don't care.
This is beneath you. It's beneath you.
I don't care about no immigrants or anything else. I don't care about
Terrible.
them because they should be second fiddle to American citizens. Point blank, period.
Okay.
And they are not.
I get that
they
you hate
are
immigrants.
not.
I get that
they
you hate
are
immigrants.
not.
I understand that 100%.
And that shit is pathetic. And that shit is pathetic. And you can't justify.
Ron, you can't just talk if we're going to have any sort of a conversation.
Oh, I'm cool now. I just wanted to get off what I wanted to get off.
So you wanted to put out as much misinformation uninterrupted as you could.
Because you would mess my head up and you would twist me up. So I just wanted to get off what I wanted to get off. So go ahead.
All right.
Cool.
Let's deal with one of the first things that you said. You said that the Biden administration is responsible for the immigration crisis, right?
The immigration crisis that we currently have, that we currently are experiencing. What does that mean? From that means the influx of immigration that we've seen the last 3.5 years.
Ron, of course, whatever administration is currently in office has to take responsibility for whatever happens under their watch. I'm not even
and they pull
whether
back
or
policies.
Not. Hold on, can I finish?
Do it.
Can I finish?
Yeah, go ahead.
Whatever happens under their watch, to some degree, they are responsible for it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like they did not create it. They're just dealing. Can I finish?
No, man.
I'll let you finish. And you completely made stuff up. You completely made stuff up. You lied about stuff, and I just let you finish. Now, So on that, I'll give you that. Whoever's in office is responsible. But you're saying it as if immigrants didn't start coming over here until Joe Biden got in office. And then
No, as it is now.
Again.
As it is now.
Again, immigration has been going on for many, many years. We've had an immigration crisis.
Okay, did we lose 300 million or 300? What is it? Damn.
I don't know what it is. It's whatever number you want to make up today. Because we don't know. You don't know the number. They don't know the number.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Because it is.
They don't know the number. You don't know the number. I don't know the number. They're just throwing out numbers.
300,000 because they had to update the numbers because they were being found out that they fudged the numbers. Just like they fudged the numbers with housing, just like they fudged the numbers with job creation. And man, and y'all sit there and look and say, okay, it's okay. Fuck that, y'all stupid. That's ignorant. Ignorant as shit.
I don't even know what you're talking about, Ron.
Ignorant. I mean, hey, just go ahead, man. Damn.
Ron, I don't even know what you're talking about. But look, Ron, I get it. You hate immigrants. You hate people who are not.
No.
Yes. No, you hate immigrants. Ron,
truth.
You hate immigrants.
And
I guess there's no law against you hating immigrants. Okay? There's no law against you hating immigrants. There's no law against you hating immigrants. But I understand that is how you feel. And you want to, make them responsible for everything bad that happens in America. But they're not. They're not responsible for everything bad that happens in America. It's just not the case.
Ignorant motherfuckers that won't accept the truth.
You won't tell the truth.
Y'all, motherfuckers begging on the street. Motherfuckers begging on the street. Man, I heard 1 out of 4.
You heard that? Hold on. You heard this where?
Have stated.
You heard this where?
1 out of 4 Americans. 1 out of 4.
Hold on. Where did you hear this? Where did you hear this? You said I heard. Where did you hear it?
It was on the internet.
Okay.
It is on the internet.
Okay.
And I was watching a podcast like we do because that's where we get our information now.
No, go ahead. Okay. You told us where you heard it.
1 out of 4 Americans. 1 out of 4 Americans. 1 out of 4 Americans have a savings account. 1 out of 4.
That's the immigrants' fault.
No.
Those damn immigrants, they will not let people make or start savings accounts. Those damn immigrants.
But see, you trying to, play all that crazy.
I'm trying to show you the ignorance in the logic there.
No. You trying to play all the ignorance shit, but again.
Hold on. Why did you bring that up? What was the point in bringing that up? We're talking about immigrants, and you go to 1 out of 4 Americans has a savings account. That's the immigrants' fault?
Okay, I'm going to continue what I was saying.
Will you tell me why you're saying it?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you why I'm saying it.
Okay, tell me why you're saying it.
Okay, 1 out of 4.
Hold on, no. Tell me why you're saying this first.
Because I'm trying to prove a point.
What's the point that you're trying to prove?
I'm trying to prove a point.
What is the point that you're trying to prove? I'm trying
to prove a point that, first of all, that the immigration issue has how can I put it? A reflection on how we live our lives. Okay.
Okay, this will be interesting. Go ahead. I'm all ears. I'm all ears.
So can I please?
I said I'm all ears.
Okay.
That for
But
normal people, that means go ahead and say
one
whatever it was you were going to say.
One out of four Americans have savings accounts.
All right.
And it's a trip how, you know, all these Democrats that say vote for Kamala and Walz, all these Democrats, like you and Nate and Lincoln and Jed, people
Hold
with
on.
money.
1 out of 4.
Wait,
One out of 4. You're getting off point. You are taking your own self off point. 1 out of 4 Americans have a savings account. Therefore, what?
Your name and you scared. Just wait.
Nobody's scared. I just need you to get there. I need you to get there.
All right, no, okay, man. Hey, no, you win. Immigration ain't a problem. The Biden administration is doing great.
All right.
And go Kamala. I already voted.
Okay.
So, bye.
All right. He didn't have anything after 1 out of 4 Americans have a savings account because there was no way for him to tie that to immigrants. There was no way. There was no tie-in. 1 out of 4. Well, we're talking immigrants. Immigrants are bad. Immigration is this. Emanuel, 1 out of 4 Americans have a savings account. What they got to do with immigrants? Well, I mean, you say vote for Harris Walz, and your brother say it, and Lincoln Ware say it, and all of these people say it. What they got to do with the 1 out of 4 Americans having savings account, and what do that have to do with immigrants? Nothing. All right, bye. You just throw stuff up. That is almost the literal definition of throwing stuff against the wall to see if anything sticks. What was he going to say next? 60% of marriages end in divorce? What's that got to do with immigrants? Well, and I heard somewhere that only 12% of Americans actually go to church on a regular basis. What that got to do with immigrants? Nothing. Just keep saying stuff. And somehow people are mentally tying that to immigrants. Brent.
What's going on, Emanuel?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm all right. Hey, I just thought of a new segment that you can have for your show. And we could call it Who the Pappy? So for this week's contestant is Ron. Now, is the Pappy Pinky from Friday, or from next Friday, Yosemite Sam, Foghorn Leghorn, or thank you, Steban, for this one, Thunderbolt Patterson? So who would you think is the Pappy? Oh, my goodness.
I just wanted to know where he was going with it. Just where are you going?
Nowhere. He had his 3x5 index cards, and once he got to cussing and carrying on, he knocked them down and tried to put them back in order, but the numbers are too small, and the dog is there crapping on the floor, and his phone is ringing and can't turn it off. So, yeah, too much was going on. He needs to be in a nice, secluded room so that he can handle things. Oh, yeah, and I am not calling from the garage like Bruh Man, so I am in a safe location.
All right.
So, but yeah, that's for the folks on the Lincoln Ware show. They know about that one.
Okay.
But yeah. Well, let's start with immigration. Dealing with that, he brings up that 90,000 number and blames the Biden administration for not finding the parents of the kids that the Trump administration separated at the border and kept such piss poor records that they can't find out where these children actually belong. So, but he blames the Biden administration for not being able to piece together what the Trump administration did. That is pure, absolute foolishness.
And I think it's I don't want to say crazy. I don't think it's reasonable to believe that these people have accurate numbers on anything. When number one, I'm going to argue it's impossible to have accurate numbers in terms of how many immigrants are here and all of that kind of stuff. But if you ain't keeping the records of the people that's there, how can you count them?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and those are just the people that they actually encountered, that they turned themselves in, or the Border Patrol actually caught. You know, we're not even, you can't even count the number of people that constantly go back and forth. Even today, in the Sonoran Desert, which quite a few of them come across there. And just think about it. If you are crossing the Sonoran Desert during the summertime, how horrible must it be where you live to risk your life in order to make it here to provide a better life for your family? And what a lot of these folks don't realize is that one of the reasons that folks are coming here is because America screwed up their countries. They forget about, the Iran-Contra scandal, where they were interfering in the wars and everything down there because they were, they were so-called fighting communism. So they went down there and gave all those people weapons and destabilized the entire countries, in Nicaragua and Guatemala and places like that. So we screwed up those places. Haiti is screwed up because of, guess who? France mainly, but us too. We're backing France in their whole, you got your freedom, but you pay us reparations that they still paying to the French government that they still paying today.
I really believe that they believe that if Trump gets elected, somehow magically, immigrants aren't going to come here anymore. And you can't get them to understand that they were pouring into the country while Trump was the president.
Yes, they did have that stay in Mexico policy, but folks were still coming across the border. Folks were still overstaying their visas. Coming from, when they talk about immigrants, they only talk about black and brown folks. They never talk about the white ones. When they talk about immigrants, they never talk about the Ukrainians being over here. Why? Because they can blend in. They never want to talk about it. It's easier to point out someone that doesn't look like you.
Right.
And saying they are the problem.
And it's crazy to me that people who look like them are pointing them out, saying they need to go, as if that's going to make them like your black ass anymore.
Exactly. And I was trying to tell Twin, well, do you remember the movie back in the, I want to say it was the 90s, called Born in East LA? It had,
I vaguely remember what Cheech or whatever, one of the Cheech and Chong dudes.
Yeah, the short one.
Yeah.
But the whole premise of the movie is that he was born in East LA, but he got swept up in some immigration thing, and they deported him because he didn't have his license on him. So all that time, he went back to Mexico, and he's like, what the hell is going on here? Because he's an American. Having to speak Spanish. So folks going to get caught up in Springfield, Ohio. So Twin and all the other, Ron, y'all stay away from Haiti, y'all stay away from Springfield if Trump gets in the office, because you're going to be pointing them out, and they're going to be scooping you up too. And I hope I'm talking about hoping you don't speak French. English is barely on the table for them. So you don't want that to happen. But let's see. Oh, a hurricane. What's Little Milton? Maybe you should play the Blues Are All Right in honor of the victims that are currently in the past. A little bit. But unfortunately, my cousin is there in Tampa. He said he lives 35 minutes from downtown. Him and his wife couldn't get evacuated in time. They got the windows all boarded up and everything. But man, I just pray for everyone right there, and even with Danica, she's staying there in Orlando and everything, because they got a crazy ass governor who, even back during Hurricane Helene, he refused to take President Biden and Vice President Harris' call because he said he felt that it was political. That's the type of stupid behavior I expect from a man who eats chocolate pudding with his fingers, because that is absolute insanity.
Where did you get that
But
he eats chocolate pudding with his fingers? I don't.
that was the whole thing during the when he was still in the election. That was the report that was coming out all over the place, that his staff would say he would pull out like a chocolate pudding cup, and instead of getting a spoon, he would eat it with his fingers. So they were calling him pudding fingers.
I didn't hear that one.
Yep, and you know when he would be in the debate, he would do that crazy licking of his lips. He's just looking creepy as hell. But I just like that once during the debates with the first black dude. I can't even think of his name, but he told him when he ran for office the first time, he said, "Now I'm not saying you're a racist, but the racists think you are a racist."
Right.
And that is definitely Ron DeSantis to a T.
Yeah.
And they were also complaining about with the hurricane, they only giving them $750. People only giving them $750. You know why it's not more than $750? Because the damn Republicans voted against a bill that would have increased it. So once again, these low information folks who only believe what they want to believe, just look at stop listening to Donald Trump and Fox News and actually do something called reading. Just do some basic reading. And also that Biden called Mike Johnson and say, hey, let's get people back in, do a special session so we can increase the funding. That joker said no, because they don't care about the American people. They don't care about folks suffering. They only care about power.
Yep.
Plain and simple. Hard stop. And if they poured uneducated folks, suffer, then that's just one more thing that they can rile them up. See, they didn't do what they said they was going to do. And once again, it goes from being a local, county, and state issue where you got these Republicans in all these offices to being, we got to find the next nearest Democrat to blame. So we gonna blame Biden. We gonna blame Harris, and Harris ain't got no power right now. Outside of being the deciding vote in the Senate, and she ain't going to do nothing until well after the election anyway. But really, Pivot, one thing before we get to LaDonna's favorite part of this call, Ken Anderson actually was the one who said we need white folks.
Yes, he was.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
But that was back during when J Love was still on there too. So Lincoln was the conservative black man, and J Love was more the liberal. So
yeah,
was that during that time? So
yes.
I can see Lincoln saying that and doing that. But wow, that's like black folks don't know white folks, and like white folks don't listen to the show. And he should know they listen and know they in the comments. He sees the numbers and see the folks counting, and got to know that a bunch of them is white folks just listening in so they can go back and report to say what other folks are doing. And unfortunately, I think that's one of the reasons why he won't hang up or even ban a lot of these white callers, is because he's afraid of them going and reporting them to Katie, your former good friend, and he's saying, no, they ain't going to go that far. They're just going to go to the white man, the general manager, and have a talk to Lincoln. Which, how in the world does a black station have a white general manager for all these years? That's black owned by Radio 1.
It's just a hiring decision on their part.
Well. But yeah, well, we get to my favorite part of the
Hold
show.
on, before you get to there,
yeah.
I see. I'll reach out to you. I see where you sent the message about the hoodie. I'll get.
Okay, so you did get it.
Yes.
All right.
I'll get with you later on today.
All right.
Excellent.
Like I said, hey, you remember on the yard when they used to come around with the $5 and $10 T-shirts? Man, that kept me clothed back at Tuskegee, getting those T-shirt deals. Oh my goodness. So yeah, but and also with Oklahoma, have you Oklahoma? Have you heard what they're doing there? The head of the Board of Education.
No.
He has made the edict that every school, because they've already passed a law that says schools have to teach the Bible, public schools. But not only that, but every school classroom must have a Bible in the classroom.
I did see that, but that's they challenged that though, right out the gate.
Yeah, but the thing is, they wanted to run all the way up to the Supreme Court to say that yes, public schools can teach. So this is intentional. He did it intentional, but there's a caveat to the whole Bible. Do you hear what the Bible has to be?
No.
The Bible has to be the King James version. Sister Francis' favorite version of the only version according to her.
It's the only real one.
Yep, it has to include the Pledge of Allegiance. It has to include the Declaration of Independence, and it has to be leather bound. Now, what Bible do we know?
I did see a story about that earlier today. I guess I saw a little headline, and I didn't really get into it, but they were saying that the Trump Bible was the official Bible. So I didn't read the story.
Yeah. So that's and the reason why they chose King James is because it's like open source. They couldn't do NIV or NSAB and all that because, you got to pay for that. So, yeah, this dude is signaling to Trump, yeah, hey, look at me. I got it set up to where we got to buy your Bible and you get a commission or whatever the kickback is for it. But that is insane that they would go that far with this. And what are they going to, what are they going to do when Trump doesn't make it in office? It's going to be a lot of repairing that's going to have to be done. But, states like Oklahoma, states like Texas, it's still going to be extremely difficult to turn it around because of the people they have in the local, county, and statewide levels. And if they still allow gerrymandering like they have it, even though the numbers, because they're more, I think I read somewhere that they're more registered Democrat voters than they are Republican. And in the last election, several elections, Republicans, goodness, I think you got to go all the way back to Poppy Bush that actually won both the Electoral College and the popular vote. You got to go back damn near 30 years. Yeah. Reagan, I think, you got to go back to Reagan. Wow, that is crazy. So their numbers are shrinking, but they're setting it up to be, I think I said before, the apartheid states of America. They want white minority rule, and they're doing it from the courts, and they're doing it through gerrymandering, through all these little, backwoods places. But, yeah, so finally, it's time for the wrestling report. And on Saturday, we have the premium live event, Bad Blood, out of Atlanta, Georgia, the former site of the Omni, but it's now the State Farm Arena. And for those you who don't know, WCW NWA, the Omni, was the main arena that they had so many great matches, from Tommy Rich versus the Superstar and the Super Destroyer, Bullet Bob Armstrong. And now I'm getting an echo. Can you hear the echo?
I don't hear an echo.
Oh, okay.
That's the man.
Hold on 1 second here.
The man is tapping your phone.
All right. Okay, I hear it on my end, but I'll power through. But let's skip all the way to the main event. The main event was Solo Sikoa and the best wrestler in the game today, Jacob Fatu, and his love of the Tribal Chief, versus Cody Raheem Shabazz Rhodes and Roman Reigns. So an unlikely pair. And I so wanted Roman to beat the crap out of Cody because he didn't learn from his daddy, but he didn't. But as we're Solo and Jacob came out first, which was fine. I expected them to come out first. And then all of a sudden they do a wide shot, and who is surrounding the ring? It is a college band, specifically HBCU, University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. And they are playing Cody Rhodes' theme song. The name of it is Kingdom. I didn't know the name of it. But that goes back to a couple of months ago because, you know how we do it at HBCUs. We don't care about the action on the football field. We want to know what songs the band is playing in the stands and on the field. So they had a viral show, well, one of their little sets in the stands, to where they actually were doing Cody Rhodes' song. And Cody Raheem heard it, and they flew them from Arkansas, from Pine Bluff, Arkansas, there in order to perform his song live, which is absolutely amazing.
And those people, when they did it, I was paying attention to the people in the crowd. They didn't know what hit them.
No. No, they didn't. They were, especially the ones right there at the main entrance where the dancing girls were.
Yeah.
They didn't know how to react. And for those who don't know, Cody is married to Brandy Rhodes, which is a beautiful black woman, and they have a daughter. And Cody Rhodes has publicly acknowledged, he didn't say his daughter was mixed. He said he knows his daughter is black. So he understands that folks, the world will see her as a black girl, so he's going to make sure he raises her as a black girl. So I got much respect from that standpoint. But just to have HBCU mixed in with wrestling, and for Cody to recognize that, for them to bring them in there, that is, that is something. I'm mixing two of my favorite things: is black college football and the band, and wrestling. So it doesn't get any better than that for me. But and also the match, it was a pretty good match back and forth, but then there was some dude standing with a hoodie on and a mask on, and he started super kicking everyone, and he pulled it off, and this is main event Jay. So this is Jimmy Uso.
Yes.
So he is finally back from getting killed and murdered by Jacob beat him down too.
Didn't they put him through the or did they put him through the table? I know they put Paul Heyman through the table. I don't remember exactly, but I know they beat him down.
Yeah, well, they beat him down right after WrestleMania because they said there had to be consequences. So this was actually before Jacob had two. Or was that when Jacob had two? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah, but that was right when they came out. They said there has to be consequences, and the next thing you know, they just beat the crap out of him. So he has been in hiding, but he is now back, and they did the classic hug in the ring with him and Roman Reigns. So Roman finally has someone who is blood that is on his side. And then before the show was off, because I actually turned the channel, I was like, okay, the show is over and everything, but whose music hits? It's the final boss, what's the name? Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. So he is now back in the mix, which is going to be interesting to see how they're going to play out this entire story with The Rock back being in there. And he is just making so much money, and I'm not mad at him at all.
Yeah.
The board of directors. And he's supposed to, according to his contract, he's supposed to have at least 2 more matches for his current contract. So I'm sure they'll probably just save him for WrestleMania because they ain't no need to have him out there now. But he can still come out there and, do the Versace Rock persona, which I absolutely love.
All right.
He's real good with the one-liners. But that is all I have. That is all I have. So prayers going out to the people in the way of the hurricane. Hopefully they stay safe. My cousin's tall, but I told him you ain't that tall to battle in floodwater. So, but that's all I got. And you guys take it easy. And extra large.
Brent, I appreciate it. I'll return. I'll respond to your email to get a few more details from you, and then I got you.
Yeah, and don't be making any medium shirts because them little dudes don't need it anyway. If they can't do them, if a large is too big for them, they don't need one.
All right. Hey, Brent, have a great day.
You too.
All right. That was Brent. He's talking about the I call it the awareness hoodie. If you want one, send me an email, EmanuelLivingston@yahoo.com, or you can send me a message on Facebook to Emanuel Livingston. Don't send it to the Afternoon Experiment Facebook page. Send it to Emanuel Livingston, and I'll respond, get all of the details, and get your shirt out to you. Jerica says, "What's the awareness hoodie?" The hoodie I have on. It's a hoodie. See, everything is backwards on here. It's a hoodie, pink lettering with the little pink ribbon there. And again, what I will do is every penny of profit will go to, no matter how little. So if Brent is the only one who gets the shirt, I will find the organization and I will give that money to a breast cancer organization, breast cancer survivors organization that caters to Black women. So that's what I'm doing for October. I think I stated, I believe the shirts will be $40. I need to figure out everything that I need to do because I want it to be at least a decent amount from each shirt going to the organization. Shahara says it's not backwards for us. Yeah, it's back. Well, it's not. I can see it forward, but when you're looking at something like, it's the other hand. So I'm like playing. So if I want to grab, see, every time I do it, this is on the opposite side than what I see on the screen. It's over here. So that's what I mean when I say it's backwards. Jack says, that's great you're doing this, Emanuel. Yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah, it does feel, because that's the hand I have to cross to get that same hand. I have to cross hands to do that. Regina, I see your message. I will get back with you later on today after the show, which is ending any moment now. Ending any moment now. Seabree says it's low-key. Sounds like you're about to end the show early. It's not early. It's 5 o'clock. That's the time the show is supposed to end. Y'all just be keeping me on here because y'all only care about y'all. Y'all only care about y'all. And yeah, you can get a hoodie. You can get a t-shirt. Twins.
Hey, what's up, Mike?
Hey, how you doing? Hold on a second. Let me answer this question. Somebody said, where can we send our sizes and money to? Daryl, send me an email. Just send me an email. Emanuel Livingston at yahoo.com, or just send me a message on Facebook to my personal, Emanuel Livingston page, and I'll get back with you today. I'll respond today. We'll coordinate today, and that's the way that'll happen. And I'll get all the information I need from you and make sure you have all the information you need from me. All right. Sorry about that, twins.
Hustle man at his finest, huh?
Huh?
I said hustle man at his finest.
Well, this ain't really a hustle for me. Again, I'm not making a cent off of. Technically, I'm gonna lose money, but not really. I mean, I'm not the.
It's gonna be a delay getting their merch anyway, because the port ain't opening back up, did it?
Well, I'm not shipping them overseas or anything, so it should be okay.
Be weak before messing with you, because you got 99 jobs.
I'm not gonna send them to China and then have China send them back there. I will be mailing them out myself. Like I buy the hoodie, I decorate the hoodie. That's technically what it's called. I decorate the hoodie. I will package the hoodie. I will go to the post office and mail the hoodie or the t-shirt or whatever. My hand will be all over your shirt.
That didn't sound right.
It didn't. I knew it halfway through, but I had to go ahead and finish it out.
Why don't you let my boy Ron finish, man?
I didn't stop Ron from finishing.
Well, you always cut him out. That's why he get distracted.
I let Ron talk for a good 10 minutes straight without interrupting. It's not my fault that he distracts himself by saying other things.
Hey man, I don't think, this is my honest opinion. I don't think, black folks got a problem with immigrants and all that. It's just maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking outside the box, maybe. I don't know. But maybe I don't want to put it. Maybe they just feel like it's just, why y'all got to answer to them? People putting it as, why y'all got to give them a quick response, but when we ask for something, there's got to be a delay. That's how I see it as it like that, Emanuel. In my eyes, that's how I see it. So black folks ain't really tripping about immigrants being here for God knows when.
Well, no, immigrants didn't get here until Joe Biden got in office.
Huh?
Immigrants didn't start coming to America till Joe Biden got in office.
I ain't been here.
Well, you need to tell Ron that.
Well, he knows. It's ridiculous now. And people, they feel like, why y'all got to respond? We the one being here, and they don't pay taxes and all that. It's an upworld. It ain't nothing but the trick of the enemy. Try to cause black folks to rise and everything, and they want us to act a donkey. That's how I have to look at it, though. But, we got love and compassion for whoever. We ain't no hateful people. People hate us, but black folks not hateful like that.
Black people are starting to be hateful like that.
Well, in some kind of way, because you got ignorant people out here, man, that, just make you want to get out your character, jump out your body, whatever. But as immigrants, they been here. So ain't nothing it's just, you government just, like people ask for help and cry out, y'all put a delay on black folk and everything, just like people want reparations, which ain't gonna come about, but you get other people reparations and everything. Why we can't be here? Why we can't get it or whatever? Our ancestors been through the mud and everything, but y'all get other people. That's how people look at it, man. It just, I don't care about, Democrat, Republican. Damn it, do something for us. That's how I look at it. People don't care, man. Black folks really don't care about that immigration. It's just the crowd, man. Why we just got to be the last one to get the last water, man? Why?
Again, I don't necessarily agree with the premise of the statement that black folk end up being the last folk and have to wait on everything and all of that kind of stuff. I know
Why come you don't?
Because there are millions of black people around the country that get government assistance every month.
Emanuel.
On a regular, like they know when that check is coming. Am I lying about that?
Somewhat and somehow you lying and you're not lying. Because sometimes I've been around people that supposed to get their check, they Kool-Aid check on the first and they ain't hit it. It hit the next day. So sometimes you be lying. When them child support, some women be expecting them child support on Friday, they don't get it on Friday.
I'm not talking about child support. Child support is not government assistance.
Why come it ain't?
Because that come from the person paying child support.
It come out of goddamn government. It come out the person paying child support. Check. What are you talking about?
Right. Just you're not the government.
Don't the government got to do with shit like that?
But you're not. But that's not government assistance. Government assistance is you getting a check from the government, not you getting a check from your baby daddy.
It's a welfare assistance, right? Or whatever it is.
What? Child support?
Yeah.
No, it's child support.
Well, shit. I thought it was. I don't know, man. I pay it. Hey.
Right, you pay it. That's money from you, not the government.
But I'm saying, when a couple of my baby mama, she be like, did you work this week? And no, I ain't get my child for. Hey, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Call the government. I say call the government and ask them.
There's an agency that facilitates basically the transfer of the money from you to her, but that's still transfer of the money from you to her, and they get a piece of that money. So that's not government assistance.
What is the welfare building called then?
Huh?
What is the welfare building downtown on Main? Is that Main Central?
You talking
What is-
about
what-
Jobs and Family Services?
Okay, who is that? All that money that come through, who is it transported through? The government, right?
Yeah, that's government assistance. Yes.
Okay, you go down there to the welfare, you file a complaint on your damn baby daddy or baby mama, right? Oh, nothing, nigga. I'm trying to tell you.
Your child support is not your baby mama getting government assistance.
I'm saying everything got to do with the through the government, right?
I'm so confused. I don't even know what we're talking about.
Who came up with the idea of child support? Who came up with that?
I don't know
The government, right?
I don't know the first woman
Who
to ever.
came up with it? The government, right?
In my mind, some woman said, "I got your baby. Give me some money."
The government came up with that shit, right?
I don't
Get these
think the
niggas
government
low.
came up with child support.
The government came up with it, man.
I don't
Just like
think
they came
so.
up with the food stamp thing.
What?
You want these food stamps? Get that nigga out your house. The government came up with that shit, right?
I don't think so.
Quit lying, nigga, and think.
Hold on.
Shit.
Wait. You really believe, and this is a question, you genuinely believe that before, let's just say 1776, no fathers paid to support their children?
Once again, go back to what I'm saying, man. When did this child support start?
Probably the beginning of time.
What's the beginning of the time?
When Adam and Eve broke up, and then Eve was like, "Oh, you gonna take care of these kids, Adam. I don't care what you say."
You ain't never heard no damn child support when you was growing up, did you?
Yes!
Quit your damn lying. Wasn't no damn child support booming like that. Come on, man. Quit
Yes!
lying.
It
You
was!
didn't really talk. You didn't hear nothing about no damn child
Oh my
support.
God. You really believe child support is new?
It ain't new, but you really did hear about it.
Okay.
Come on, man. This is all government shit.
Child support, I'ma say it, and then you can believe whatever you want to believe. I'm not saying
I
it
don't
for
believe
you.
nothing you say. 'cause I
Right.
don't
I'm
believe
not
this
so I'm not saying it
podcast
for you.
real.
I'm saying it for everybody else.
What you about to
Receiving
holler
child
now?
support is not the same as being on government assistance.
You said what?
It's just not.
Okay.
All right.
You said what now?
I said receiving child support is not the same as being on government assistance.
Okay. When a woman go to Section 8 and fill out that Section 8 paper, they say what assistance you get. I work at Kroger's and I get $300 in child support. They combine all that shit together. You got a bill that's $1,000, rent your $1,000. They take your work check and that child support, combine it together, and you come up with it. Oh, out of the $1,000, since your child support and your work check, you would be paying $375. Tell me that the government don't work like that, and
Well-
the government don't got nothing to do with it.
First, I'm not 100%.
Or
Can I answer?
shit, you act like you.
Can
you're
I
slow
answer the
today.
question?
You acting slow today, man.
You
and every
don't.
day.
All right, you don't want to
Shit.
answer to the. You asked the question that you don't want to answer. to.
I listen to it.
Okay.
I know you gonna say something crazy.
What I'm gonna tell you is the truth. I don't 100% understand. I've never been on. I know it ain't technically
See,
called
you don't
sex.
understand.
Can
I
I-
understand you
Can
now.
I
you
get
don't
the,
understand.
Can I get the answer out? These are not normal conversations, y'all. I don't understand the whole Section 8 piece. I don't know what they actually ask you. I know that there are a number of different things where they do not use child support, the child support that you receive as a portion of your income. They don't
How come they
calculate
don't?
child support in your income in certain instances. I don't know if that's the case in Section 8, but in certain instances, that's not the case. Child support is not the same as receiving government assistance. Even if they use that to calculate your income for you to receive government assistance, it is not you receiving government assistance. It's just not.
I understand that now, whatever you're trying to say. What new other topic you talking about so you piss me off?
I don't know.
Besides shirts, hoodies, and everything else.
I don't know. I'm confused myself, so I'm not sure.
So, you have a good day, man.
Okay. All right. Okay. If you're receiving child support, it's the same as being on welfare. You are on government assistance. All right, y'all. I gotta get out of here. I got a few things I have to do. But I'm gonna say this again, and I'm not gonna put everybody's name out who say they want a shirt. But I know Brent, and I'm gonna just say a couple of other people have said that they want one, and I'm not gonna turn into a t-shirt hawking guy. I don't have the site up yet, so until I get the site up, which will be up by the end of November, by the end of October, the site will be up. But if you want a hoodie, or a t-shirt, got the t-shirt on under the hoodie. It don't look great. This is not the best display. But if you want a hoodie or if you want a t-shirt, just send me a message. Send me a message. That's not an obligation to purchase one. You might just, how much are they? Give me some more details and all that kind of stuff. Send me a message, Emanuel Livingston at yahoo.com. Spelled just like it's spelled on the shirt. No space. Emanuel Livingston at yahoo.com. And just in the subject line, put hoodie or afternoon experiment hoodie or cancer hoodie or something, so that I don't overlook it. Or just send me a message to the personal page on Facebook. What size do I have on? This is a large. I really should have gotten an extra large because this is kind of a little tighter than I normally like to wear mine. But this is a large. I'm also, tomorrow, I will have on the pink one. I'll have on the pink one tomorrow. So y'all can see that as well. And again, I only decided to do this. I was talking to Mrs. Livingston, and I had made the hoodie, and she said, well, why do you, why? Like, why? Why are you? And I said, you know what? Because I care about breast cancer awareness. Mom passed away. Mom had breast cancer. She passed away. And so it's an issue that's really important to me. And she was like, okay, I didn't think about that, so you're right. And I said, it's a kind of a way to hopefully make things easier on somebody else. I don't know. I just want to be of a help in some way. So if you got my actual phone number, you can text me. Yes, Tanika, you can text me. If you Emanuel Livingston at yahoo.com. And if you're just so weirded out by sending somebody a email at Yahoo, you can just go to my Facebook page, which is Emanuel Livingston, and just send me a text. Somebody said, I would like a hoodie in an extra large. Period. That's all I need. I will get back in touch with that person. We'll figure out exactly what it is that they want, and we'll get it to them. And every penny of profit will go to an organization. I don't have the organization picked out yet because I didn't think about this until really last night. I printed the hoodie. I did the design. Not that it's much of a design. I just made the logo pink and put a